How's it going? I'm Will Feigl. Today, we are going to be diving into 16-bit games. More specifically, we're going to be diving into Wario Blast featuring Bomberman. This game was released in 1994, and it was a new concept that included a crossover between the newly found Wario franchise and Hudson Soft's Bomberman series. That made no sense. It's alright. What a crossover means for a company like Hudson Soft is that they would have been introduced to Nintendo in order to arrange a redesign of the already made Bomberman GB game, which was Wario Blast's predecessor, released earlier in 1994. First in Japan, and then it made its way over to North America and Europe. Later in 1994, but the early years of 1995. And this was all for the Game Boy. That is what we're going to be playing the game on today. However, it's emulated onto a desktop version so that we can play it for your viewing pleasure. The objective of the game is simple. You hit the enemy with the blast, but to do that is a little more complicated. Rather than loading in, finding your enemy, and using your bombs to blast them, the user is faced with a top-down maze view in which they will have to use their bombs to strategically make their way towards the enemy and then strike when ready. All that seems to sound to make sense. We're going to hop over into the game and show you what it's really about. So this is Wario Blast featuring Bomberman. Oh, we'll tease the sound there, but here we are. So you're faced with the colorless version. If you wanted to have the colored version, back in the day you'd have had to have the Game Boy Advanced, which featured all the color and different sounds for the blasts and things of that sort. There's also a password system in the game, and a little fun fact about that. The passwords for both characters, Wario and Bomberman, are the same, except they're flipped for both characters. So, just a little fun fact about that, but let's hop right in. We're going to hit start, and then you're hit with the player select screen. So you can either choose Bomberman or Wario. Today I am going to choose Wario for the sake of playing as the main character of the game. So round 1 of 1 versus enemy 1. The objective is to blast the enemy 3 times. So there you can see the very nicely made screen for that. And you load into this top-down view, and we're going to be trying to break these rocks. So we're trying to get closer to Bomberman, finding him wherever he is throughout the maze, seeing if we can find any skills in the rocks. There's 3 different skills you can pick up, and I'll explain those as we get one. So there we picked up an extra bomb, so that allows us to place down a bomb. There's Bomberman. And place on a second bomb. And as you pick up that skill, you're just allowed more and more bombs. So now I'm allowed 3. Now that he's closer, I can actually try to trap him here. Probably not going to be able to do that as he trapped me. I could have saved myself if I went to the right there. However, it's no worry. I think the challenge might be to see how many times it takes me to lose to Bomberman before I can actually beat him twice. That'd be a little bit more funny since we only got one of the 3 skills. So let's see if we can get closer to the middle of the map. Maybe we got a lot of free space here. He sounds like he's getting a lot of skills though. So let's go. Ooh, we got a skull. The skull skill we haven't seen. Oh, and he's gone. The skull skill will actually slow you down, and you can touch the enemy to give them the skull skill. It's actually a kind of cool trick. It only lasts for about 10 seconds, I believe, but it is cool that you can apply it to the enemy if you walk near them. Let's pick up that extra bomb, and then let's try to find him. This is match point right here, so this could be it. See if we're gonna get to move on. So if I were to want to play this for however long I wanted, there are multiple levels, and it just adds a clone number of CPUs to the game. However, today I'm just, for the sake of the video, going to show the 1 level versus 1 CPU. So we have multiple. We have an explosion expander. I forgot to mention me grabbing that. Explosion expander allows you to pretty much add the amount of squares your bomb is gonna. Oh, I almost got trapped there. That was close. I gotta focus up here if I want to win this. Let's see if I can trap him. Hopefully I explained the explosion expander enough there. Let's try to trap him in here. Oh, I got him. Just like that. If I didn't explain the explosion expander enough, that was the end and I won. So I'm now going to explain that a bit better. Pretty much what I did was I grabbed an item that allowed me to make my bomb go 1 more pixel at a time further. And then for some reason I managed to trap Bomberman and I won. So I hope you enjoyed that little quick run through of Bomberman, and if you did, please drop a like. I would appreciate it very much. And that is going to do it. So we have a great day. Later.